My man Nate, man, shout out to Nate, bro.
What up, what up, what up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I'm your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up, what's up, what's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, it's right there on the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also hit that notification bell so that, so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend and tell a friend, all that good stuff. Here we go. This video here, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there, okay? After the Indiana Fever had their asses handed to them by Portland, and of course that loss by the Golden State Valkyries, obviously it was a whole bunch of drama revolving around the Indiana Fever. Obviously, the video that's still circulating is the court side, well, the bench, I guess you could say, issue with Caitlinclark and stephaniewhite on the bench while the Indiana Fever were in the huddle. So obviously that's the talk of the town. Obviously, we already know about the temper tantrums that this girl has done. Obviously, you know, stephaniewhite's job was basically in danger in some people's eyes. Skip Bayless's dumbass put some damn reported something about her being reportedly going to be out the door, whatever, and obviously that was immediately debunked, which I don't understand why he would be giving his opinion about the WNBA, but he doesn't watch this, but that's neither here nor there. Then the Fever had I guess they had a team meeting, and all of that was right before this game. And to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I knew Indiana would win this game. I knew they would win. I just didn't think they would win in this fashion. I knew that they would wind up winning. And I guess ESPN had something right, because their predictor thing that they had the Indiana Fever. I think they had I want to say a 50-something% chance of winning. Something told me they would win this game. And the reason why I felt they would win this game is because all the turmoil that's going on. This was a win that they needed. They needed it in the worst way. You didn't want to go on a 3-game losing streak. You're coming back home after having 2 road games where you basically got your behinds handed to you. You don't want to come back to the crib and lose to the Atlanta Dream, who, for all intended purposes, is, I guess you could say, on paper, one of the top teams in the league. Indiana won this game. I figured they would win this game. And then on top of that, you have the Atlanta Dream team who just played Connecticut a few nights ago. That was their last game. And they struggled against them. Even though they won, but they struggled. So I'm like, they're going to play a team that just struggled against the Connecticut Sun. You're playing. They struggled against a team that doesn't even look like they're trying to win. They're looking like they're trying to tank so they can get that first pick in next year's draft as they move to Houston. So that was another reason why I felt Indiana would win. And Kelsey Mitchell, I have to give her. Listen, this is why we say she's the best player on the team. This is why she took onus from the get-go and went to work. Serious work. It was nothing that Atlanta can do when it came to Kelsey Mitchell. 11 for 15 for the field, 25 points. She could just score at will, whether it was jump shots, getting to the lane, which she does amazing. The big three for the Fever did well. The big three. Okay. Aliyahboston played well. Her defense was amazing. I think this was probably their most impressive game on defense this year. Their most impressive game. I'm not going to say their defense is still. I'm not going to say their defense is legit because it's not, obviously. But for this game and for who they played well. Their defense was impressive, and that was basically the talk of the town all weekend. Their big three did their thing. Now, Caitlinclark, on the other hand, she still shot horrible. Let's call it what it is. She still shot horrible. She got 17 points. She took 17 shots to get there, and she's still focused on these threes. 2 for 8 from the three-point line. Now, yes, she got, her 7 rebounds and 8 assists. She's going to get that. Like, she can do that in her sleep. We get it. But relying on them threes, like, come on now. Like, this is the point that we're trying to make. You gotta add something else to your game, because if you continue to rely on these threes and they don't fall, you don't have a good game. You don't have a good game. But she did do something in this game that I actually did like. Like, her court vision is top notch. Like, we're not gonna sit here and act like it's not. So let's just get that out the way. But she did a move on allishagray that had me like, whoa. Like, she basically dribbled behind the back, shook allishagray, stepped back, pulled the three. I was like, oh, okay, I like this. And then obviously, she got the crowd involved and whatnot. But for me, Kelsey Mitchell was the spark that they needed. Kelsey Mitchell was the reason why the Indiana Fever won this game. Like, don't let nobody else tell you otherwise, because you're going to have certain people out there to say CaitlincLark led Indiana to victory. No, it was Kelsey Mitchell that led them to victory. Aliyahboston did her thing as well. But another thing I want to talk about, and there's 2 other things I want to unpack, because I definitely want to speak about the Dream before I leave. CaitlincLark, once again, still acting childish when it comes to these calls. One would think that, listen, I just gave her props, but now I got to talk to her again. One would think that after what just happened in your last 2 games and how you have been complaining to these refs and this, that, and the third, one would think, okay, let me change my behavior. Let me at least go a game without complaining about the refs. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And now, the beauty with social media is everybody's recording and everybody is popping up with footage. And once again, yesterday, she had a falling out with a referee over a call. So I'm going to play this. I so hope that it goes through. I so hope that this goes through, because I really want y'all to see it. Because once again, like, she's crashing out. So I'm hoping, I'm so hoping that this plays. I'm so hoping that this plays. There you go. You see her once again complaining to the ref. Now I'm not a lip reader. I'm not a lip reader. But that ref sounds like that ref looked like she said, "Get out my face." Now, I don't know what Caitlin said, but as you can see, you've seen Hines Allen rushing over to go get her. So, listen. Some people are assuming. Some people are assuming that Caitlin Clark said, "Shut the fuck up." I don't know. But once again, she's constantly complaining about the calls, and I think she had 4 fouls last night. I don't know what it is with this girl. She gets a foul. She thinks that she doesn't foul nobody. She thinks she goes every game and she should be scot-free from not having any fouls. And see, this is the issue that we are having with her. Her behavior. Her behavior is not good. It's not. It's not good at all. She's very childish. She's very entitled. And she's and according to her apologist, she's beyond reproach. Like, nobody can say anything about her. And if you do, you're considered a hater. And that's not right. Nobody is above criticism. Nobody. The same way we can give her credit for her performance, which I did, I'm going to also get at her for her behavior, because this is unnecessary. This happens every single game. Every single game. The FIFA have had 9 games this year. And I want to say all 9 games, she has had a spat with a referee. And for her to be able to be in a ref's face like that and don't get called for a tech is baffling to me. That shit is crazy. And that shit is nasty work in my eyes. But now let's get to the Atlanta Dream, because they were the other team on this. Allishagray and Rhynehoward stinked up the joint. Let's just call it what it is. Like, Rhynehoward had 30-plus points against the Connecticut Sun. And me personally, I was saying, yo, if she had 30-something against the Sun, she's going to go bonkers in this game, because look who's going to be defending her. Like this game right here was supposed to be barbecue chicken for Rhynehoward. This was supposed to be barbecue chicken. And you only take 9 shots the whole game? 9 shots. That's all you took the whole game. You played 37 minutes and you only took 9 shots. You wasn't in foul trouble, so it's not like you wasn't on the court because you was in foul trouble. You damn near played 40 minutes. And you only take 9 shots? You only take 9 shots and you only get 8 points out of it. That's a choke job. And it just so happens it was against Indiana, who you choked against in the playoffs last year. So if anything, this right here was supposed to be your retribution. Not only was it against the Fever, but also who was defending you. You were supposed to go off in this game, Rhynehoward. This is the inconsistencies that we talk about. This is the inconsistency. Listen, you're one of the top players in the league. You're one of the top guards in the league. But a performance like this against the Indiana Fever team, who has struggled the last 2 games defensively, this was the game right here that you were supposed to feast on them. And unfortunately, you didn't. Aliyahboston, she's another one. Didn't play well. 5 for 18, only 13 points. Didn't make no threes. 0 for 4, 0 for 5, if I'm not mistaken. She's another one. If Rhynehoward and Allishagray don't have a great scoring performance, the Atlanta Dream don't win. It's that simple. Naz Hillman had her moments. And I think it was about, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 2 times in that game where her teammates was yelling at her to shoot. It kind of reminds me of AZ Fudd in Dallas. Well, the beginning, the first few games, it's like she was fidgeting to shoot. Now she in her bag. You can't tell her nothing. But yeah, I think it was about 2-3 times yesterday that her teammates had to like yell at her to shoot the ball. Don't be scared to shoot the ball. Angelreese played well. She got a double-double. She had good defense on ATL Boston to a degree. Okot, they gotta find a way to get her. They gotta find a way to get her involved more. Because honestly, like I love when her and Angel was on the court together. I honestly do. You can see that they enjoy playing with each other at the same time. Pause, because I know some of y'all are a little crazy out there. But Ocott, they gotta find a way to get her. They gotta find a way to get her in the game more. Honestly, Jordan Canada. Honestly, she has always been underrated in my eyes. I'm not gonna sit here and say that she's been on my radar as one of the top guards in the league, but she has impressed. She has definitely impressed me this season. I'm not gonna hold you. She did well last night against the Indiana Fever, but again, my two assessments as it pertains to the Atlanta Dream is this. If Allishagray and Rhynehoward have a bad performance, Atlanta will not win. It's that simple. And this right here was case in point. And another thing, they need Bree Jones to come back. They need her to come back. Like I honestly don't know when. Listen, I have her drafted on one of my fantasy teams. And I mean, the timetable that it says that she's coming back is sometime next week. Now, I don't know if that's going to hold up, but look, I have 4 fantasy teams. She's on one of my fantasy teams. And oh, wow, June 22nd. See, when I saw it a few days ago, it said June 9th. Now it's June 22nd. So that's the end of the month she's supposed to be returning. It says that she has yet to be cleared for 5-on-5 drills. WNBA reporter Kareem Copeland reports Thursday. Wow. She was spotted getting some shots up after Thursday morning shoot around. She's reportedly making good progress, but a timetable has yet to be established. The Dream are planning to be very smart with her return. But yeah, they need her back. They need her back. Because Indiana was very aggressive with them yesterday. Very aggressive with them. They basically got out-hustled. Clearly, they got outplayed. And Stephaniewhite, kudos to her. Kudos to her. So, yeah. Listen, I enjoyed the game nonetheless. But like I said, Indiana needed this win. They needed this win. They needed it in the worst way. They couldn't have lost this game. They couldn't have lost. I mean, I know it's too early to be on some, if they lose, they're not going to make the playoffs. But no, like there's certain wins that you need. And for them to have 2 losses last week and how they lost and the drama and the turmoil that's been going on, you damn near was off for close to a week. Your next game is at home. You can't come out here. You can't come out there and stink up the joint. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that. So salute to the Indiana Fever on this win. The Atlanta Dream, they got to shake the cobwebs. They got to shake the cobwebs. Let me see who they got coming up next. Because I know who Indiana got up next. And that'll be my Liberty. So that will be dope to see. I'm debating do I want to go to that game? I'm debating if I want to go to that game because I know that game is going to be crazy. The Dream have the Washington Mystics next, and that's Saturday. So both of them play on Saturday. The Fever play my Liberty on Saturday, and the Dream play the Mystics, and they'll be back at the crib. So those are their upcoming games. But y'all hit me in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think. It's a wrap for this video. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Once again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also, hit that notification bell. That way, once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sports Way with Dre Day podcast. Catch you on the flip side. I'm not sure if I'm going to have anything cooked for the weekend, but if I don't, y'all have a safe and blessed weekend, and catch you on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.